I want to talk about pre-show music. When people walk in, just some technicalities of that music. That's sort of like when the band finishes, and I know that there's always some, got to get the other video elements maybe up and ready to go, maybe sound check the video, also maybe put the batteries in the wireless mics and stuff like that. What we want to do is, as soon as we can though, get that music up and going in the house. And here's some points that I have about that. Get the volume up, but one little trick that I've learned by doing this a ton is by scooping the mid. So keep your bass up, not overwhelming, but so that it's hitting the subs and so that you kind of hear or feel some rumble in the room. That's kind of that presence feel of music. But the mids are that, well, and especially high mids, that's that 2K place, that place where people kind of talk. That's usually where I go for to pull out. And so that when people are talking to each other, the music isn't competing with your vocal range in there, but you hear the highs to give the clarity of what song that it is, and you hear the lows to give energy. And you know, the volume is up enough, and sometimes you kind of just slowly increase that volume as pre-show happens, as sort of the rumble of people visiting and start to happen and stuff like that. You need it loud enough that the band is not so abrupt. That's another reason why we do that. I call it warming up the room, is so that if the band, especially if we play a song where the first note is a crash and a kick, then we want to make sure that the overall, where your resting level is for your ears, it's not from here to band way up here, more it's just a subtle jump. It is a jump, but a subtle jump. But we don't want it so loud that when the band comes on, that the band sounds like that they're smaller. You understand what I'm saying? That's kind of a tricky place to be, because bass in recorded music can be so clear and pronounced. But when the band goes live, we want them to go, whoa, live band. So the transition to get from the pre-show music to the first part of worship, the general rule of thumb is that leave the music up, leave it at whatever you're doing, and leave that up until we interrupt the house music. So what you don't want to do is pull the house music down, and then there's this big gap. And the reason why that is because sometimes I get up there and I remember something, or the microphone's not on, or I'm like, the guitar is doing something, or I need to tell the drummer this about these first two songs or whatever. Just keep that up until I interrupt. It's called an interruption transition. As soon as I say, hey, good morning and stuff like that, then you pull the house music down or whatever. Or whenever we count off, as soon as that drum hits, the band should overwhelm the house music anyway. But as soon as we overwhelm the house music, pull it down like that. That's usually the best way, so that you don't have to guess when I'm about to start, or you don't have to guess. Just wait till I start and then pull the house music down